It is a great privilege to be among you today. My name is Dr. Bisola Otunla. I'm the lead for Catholic Mental Health Ministry in Nigeria. And I'm here to talk to you about trauma-informed self-awareness. What is trauma? I will start from there. Trauma is an event that happens that overwhelms the body's nervous system. The nervous system is the body's alarm system. For example, you're going home now, and all of a sudden, a dog starts to bark and run after you. What will you do? You will run. Exactly. That is your nervous system alarm. That danger, run. But if there's no dog and nothing is happening, what would you do? You walk home or go to your car and get home in peace without any problem. So God created our nervous system to keep us on alert for things that are dangerous, so we can respond adequately. But when we are traumatized, like I said, it overwhelms this alarm system. So what happens? The body stores it. And then it becomes something that when similar events happen, so for example, you just hear a dog barking, even from the TV. You remember that time the dog was chasing you, and you feel that same fear like you felt years ago. This happens with, that's one example. It happens the same way even in children. For example, a little child touches a hot pot for the first time. What happens? That child will never go near any pot again. You don't need to warn the child. The child will just see pot like this and like, thank you very much, I'm going in the other direction. That is the child's alarm system too. So trauma-informed self-awareness is getting us to understand that these events that have happened in the course of our lives, from childhood till our current age, informs our behavior and our decisions. Certain things happen and we say, that is my character. For example, let's say someone stepped on you accidentally at mass and you already squeezed your face. This woman again, she did not see my leg, Abby. Why did she step on me? You could also see it as a mistake. You could react the way I described. How do you behave? Our behavior is informed by our life history. A lot of the time we do not realize it. I've just given an example. Are you someone that persons know that when any little thing happens to you, you're screaming, you're shouting at everyone around you? I have parents that I work with, and the first thing their children tells me is that, please just tell mommy that she can tell me everything, but she shouldn't shout. Can you just tell daddy that he should please drink less over the weekend, so when he comes home, he is not a bit tipsy or drunk? These are characters and coping mechanisms that you have picked up over time. It could be substance abuse, that is the use of even prescription medication. Some people will tell you, I cannot sleep until I take sleeping tablets. All these are ways in which you're trying to cope with yourself. So the self-awareness is knowing these things that are manifesting in your behavior and in the things you do. A common trend now that we are having is gambling addiction, betting addiction, sports betting. There was match yesterday. Some people have bet half of their salary, 1/3 of their salary, 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira to win more money. But a lot of the time, if you check, you lose more money over time than you ever win. Some people are in debt currently because of that. This is giving them high blood pressure, giving them sleepless nights, and they can't solve it. So what trauma-informed self-awareness does is for you to be able to tell yourself the truth. We know in church, we always do something during confession, which I tell is for during the penitential rite, which I keep telling people is for sound mental health. The church makes us say one thing: take responsibility for our actions. It makes you say what? Through my fault, through my fault, through my... Exactly. So whatever you're saying, there is a pattern in your behavior, be it shouting and getting angry often, be it difficulty in sleeping, be it addiction to your phone. Are you someone that cannot even be present at mass from beginning to the end without checking their phone? Some people find it difficult. Some people are already playing games on their phone, even right now. These are addiction issues when you're unable to be totally present in the moment.
Are you someone that when you're in leadership position, you can't take feedback from others? Or you hear feedback that people say about you as a personal insult? Do you find it difficult to communicate how you feel to others? Or are you also someone who is hyper-independent? You find it difficult to accept help. You do everything. You are the master and lord of everywhere, in your home, at home. There are some parents that don't allow their children to do anything. If your child even offers, "Mommy, let me sweep." No, 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 no. If you sweep, this place will not be clean. It's only this part that will be clean. I will do it myself. You must learn to let go. And that starts from that awareness that this is my problem. I am hyper-independent. I do not easily accept help. Another part is some people are people pleasers. They want everybody to be happy. Nobody can make everybody happy. No matter what you do. Some people would like you, some people would not like you. That is life. So if you're a people pleaser, whatever anybody says, this person comes, I want this, you will do it. Some people borrow money on other people's behalf to help them pay for things that they need. Some people are always there for everyone. At the end of the day, you are exhausted. You are now resentful of other people. Maybe you now fall ill. You are in the hospital. Nobody comes to visit you. And you're like, I visited this person. I did this for that. I did this for this. And nobody came to see me when it was my own turn. Give what you can. Become self-aware that these are tendencies that I have. And the reality is that all these things that I've mentioned are unhealthy coping mechanisms to deal with past trauma. Are you someone that you find it difficult to take time to rest? Some people are workaholics. Even when their office says go on leave during the year, they'll go and tell their boss, "Oga, I don't need leave. I'm very fine. I can work from January to December. I don't need to rest." How come? Superman, superwoman, supergirl, superboy. Everybody needs rest. Every single human being that God created needs to find time to rest. When you are meant to go on leave, take that time and rest. There is no superstar in being a workaholic. Your office will replace you if anything happens to you. That is the reality. Nobody is indispensable. I tell people the cemetery is full of indispensable people. Everybody will move on. Find that time to rest. Learn to delegate. Delegating is a key skill for leadership. If you want to be a good leader, one of the best ways to be a good leader is to delegate. And it starts from your home. As a father, can you delegate? Can you trust your wife's decisions? As a father in the home, can you listen to your wife without feeling that what your wife is saying is she wants to control me? This woman has started again, self. And as the wife, are you also willing to listen to the feedback from your children, the feedback from your husband? "Mommy, when you shouted at me yesterday, I felt very sad." Or you tell your child, "I'm trying to correct you. I want you to be a better person." That's not the way to go about it. You have to listen. Listening is more important than talking. But in Nigeria, we are very, very skilled in talking. Nigerians are experts at talking. Even if they don't know about something, just give them the mic. They will start talking. But we are not so skilled at listening. And listening is a key factor. If you want to have a happy, healthy family, a mentally sound family, you need to listen. A lot of parents currently are battling with their children getting into substance abuse, loud, colos, marijuana, Arizona, and all the other substances, even squishes. Some are battling with their children getting into gambling. I've had cases reported to me where the children are still selling even their parents' properties to be able to maintain this lifestyle. And when they come to me and I ask them, where do you think this problem started from? Parents, 99% of the time, they tell me it is peer influence. Here, do we believe it is peer influence or is from the home? What do we believe? If you believe it's peer influence, please raise your hand. Okay. If you believe it's from the home, please raise your hand. Okay. Thank you very much. It is from the home. See, nobody can change your child if you have gotten the foundation right. If your child is confident from the home, no one can bring something to them and get them to get involved in it. There's something a child needs from their upbringing ever since they are a baby. There's a woman out there now giving her child a drink. What children need once they are born, first thing, they need to be seen. That means you see your child, you maintain that eye contact. You see a mother, you play with your baby, you look at that baby, the baby looks at you, and the baby smiles, the baby is happy. Fathers, you go to work, you come back, your child hears is you, and you see the child, even if they are just crawling, they are running to that door. I want to see my dad, and they want you to what? Pick them up, smile at them, hug them. Your child actually needs this presence from you all through their lives. But a lot of the time, we stop. We tell our boys, man up. If your son is still crying at 5 years old, you don't know you're a boy. You don't know you're going to be a man. You are crying like a girl. A man is not supposed to have feelings. I tell you today, 80% of suicide happens in males or females. In males. Why? We do not give them an avenue to express themselves. We do not give men the chance to speak. In the home now, I'm asking, you don't need to answer. How many wives are comfortable? Let's say your husband is going through something very difficult and he's at home and he starts to cry. And you are comfortable to go to your husband and give him a hug. I know women who have told me that they will run away from the house and give him time to cry and then they come back when he's done. Why you be cry? He's the man, oh. He must not cry, oh. He must not cry. Doctor, tell him, no. Don't cry. But what do you want him to do if he's overwhelmed? He's a human being at the end of the day. So our homes must be healthy places where each person has that chance for self-expression. What else does a child need? A child needs to be valued. And for you to value a child, it means you do not compare. There is a huge trend to say, see your brother, see your sister. Your brother is good at, your sister is good at, but you are not. Every child has their own innate gifts from God. Do not compare your children. Do not compare your husband. Do not compare your wives. This is the foundation of knowing more about yourself. If you are somebody that is an expert in comparing, start to look at it. Do I compare? What you need to do is make objective evaluation. Okay, my child came home with this result. Maths, English, biology, physics, chemistry, and the child is weak in physics. You are able to say, oh, you did so well in biology, but I noticed, I observed in physics you didn't do so well. Can you tell me what the challenge is so we can solve it? It is different from telling the child. Some parents would not see all the subjects the child passed. You see, it's that physics that child did not pass, you will sit on. So how come you got this in physics? The other people in your class, do they have two heads? How come they passed? How come it's you that did not? How do you want this child to feel? No acknowledgement of all they've gotten right. And the truth is that this is the way we also speak to ourselves. If you will take something away from my talk today, please take this. For the rest of your life, never use a negative word to describe yourself. Can you say that for the rest of my life, I would never use a negative word to describe myself? Do you know why it is important? I will tell you. The only negative word that people can use to insult you that will pain you is the one you believe about yourself. I tell you this from a mental health perspective. If you don't believe it, if someone comes to me today and say, that girl, you're a very stupid person, I will laugh. Because I know I'm not stupid. So I don't believe it. I am not bothered. But if you believe it deep within you and you have used that word maybe 10 minutes ago to criticize yourself, and someone comes and says it, it will pain you. And you're like, why this person say this to me now? But if you don't believe it, you're like, okay, it's your opinion. I move on. So that's the foundation of you not using negative words to describe yourself, because automatically you have improved your own mental health. You have automatically moved from that sphere where you are not insulting yourself. So even others saying it cannot resound with you. But the thing is, it is self-awareness. When you see that word coming up, rather ask yourself, what did I do wrong? Okay, I made a mistake. All right, I didn't get this right. How can I improve? How can I do better? Because when you use a negative word to describe yourself, you shame yourself. You increase the probability of addictive behavior, the things I've mentioned, gambling, pornography, substance use, alcohol use. If anybody that uses alcohol observes, you drink more when you are sad than when you are happy. Reality. Because you need more to get high when you're sad. But do you know one fact about alcohol? Everybody believes alcohol makes you happy, right? It makes you, alcohol is a depressant. If you check the profile of most of those who have taken their lives by suicide, you will find a charade of alcohol and other substances around them just before they took it. Because alcohol will take you on a high and then drop you down, like from a 5-story building. And so you go back to a level that was worse than where you started off from. Have you seen anybody that alcohol has solved their problem so far since they've been drinking? One person. I just need one. We are still looking for one in the world we have not found. That tells you that it doesn't work. You need to find healthy coping mechanisms. The first one, eat well. Avoid junk food. Secondly, sleep well. A woman needs 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Men need 7 to 9 hours of sleep every day. I know you live in Lagos. I know some people that are living around here are working very far. So you're waking up at 4, you have to get to work. But on the weekends, do you try to compensate and rest? And when you sleep, do you ensure that you are sleeping well? Or your phone is there that can disturb you? As I am as a person, my phone goes on silent mode by 7 p.m. if I am not on call. Because I want to sleep, I want to rest. When people ask me why, I say because I have one life. If I die today, everybody will move on. So I make sure that I do not joke with my sleep. Thirdly, ensure the people around you are healthy people that speak life into you. You have said it now that for the rest of your life, you would not use a negative word to describe yourself. Can you now keep friends around you who use negative words to describe you? Check your circle. Who are those you keep around you? Do they teach you bad behavior, bad character? Even as an adult, you check and evaluate it. What are they teaching you? How are they influencing you? Fourthly, do you have time to just stay calm and meditate? It is very, very important to observe moments of silence during the day. You can even observe it in the bus. You can observe it at work. You can take a 5-minute breather in between your break and just be calm. And just feel your inner world, what is happening within you. Fifth, do you take care of your physical health? Some people have been having persistent headaches since January. They have not seen the doctor till now. St. Raphael Divine Mercy Hospital is just a walking distance from here. You have not gone to see the doctor. I'm just taking paracetamol. I'm just taking this. The headache will go. Please do not joke with your physical health. And what is also very, very, very important, know that you are important. Know that you are special. Know that you are valuable. Look at yourself as a precious gift from God that has been placed on earth to make a positive difference. If you do not believe this about yourself, nobody else can convince you to believe it. There is no reason, no foundation for you to look down on yourself, irrespective of the mistakes you've made, irrespective of the challenges you're having, irrespective of your financial buoyancy. Know today, you are important, you are special, you are valued. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bisola. It is now time for questions. If you have anything on mental health that you want to raise, you want to ask about, or what they have already said to us, anything at all, take clarification, to raise your hands. Those outside, let us know also, so we can bring the microphone to you.
This is my question. Like you talk about people that are traumatized. I want to know if someone is traumatized, how can we help such a person?
Okay.
Yes, like I have someone close to me, and severally when I tell him you need to see a doctor, he gets more agitated and he's like, Are you telling me I'm mad? I don't know what to do at the end of the day after telling him that. But I know he's traumatized and he's depressed and he needs help. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question. So the first thing is, it takes time for people to come to accept that they are traumatized and they need to speak to a mental health specialist. We know around Nigeria, we stigmatize mental health. We do. So it's not very easy for the person. But what can you do? You can be a friend to that person. Stop talking about their depression. Stop talking about their trauma. Start talking life into them. Tell them today what you have learned from here, that for the rest of their life, they should never use a negative word to describe themselves. What does this person like? Get them into activities they love. Get them engaged in the things that can bring them joy. Everybody has something they love. For example, what is this your friend's favorite meal? When last did they get the chance to even eat their favorite meal? Start encouraging the regular things of life. Don't keep saying you need to see a doctor, you need to see a doctor. As they get better, their awareness will become improved. As they see that you are non-judgmental of them, you are accepting them as your friend, it will shock you that it's your friend that will now come to you and say, do you know any doctor I can speak to? I would like to talk to someone now. So be patient with them. Walk that road with them. Be with them. Help them to enjoy the healthy hobbies they can have. Prepare their favorite meal for them. And like I said, teach them what you learned today. All right? Thank you for your question.
Doctor, my question is this. From your experience, are there things that have caused trauma in the life of people that you want to tell parents, watch out for this, especially for the young ones, either done by them or done by others around them? Are there one or two or three that really stand out that you have to say, parents, many of you are not conscious of this, beware. This really causes a lot of trauma for many people when they grow up. So watch it out and try to protect your children from things like this, the big ones. Thank you.
You're welcome, Father. Thank you so much for your question, Father. So there's what we call childhood trauma, and there are 10 events under childhood trauma. I'll mention them, then emphasize the important one. There's physical abuse, there's physical neglect, sexual abuse, emotional neglect, experiencing domestic violence, living in a community where there is war and fighting, like we have a lot in the Middle Belt right now, bullying, okay? Having a parent that has a substance use problem or has an alcohol problem. And the final one is having to see a lot of war and violence for those in Israel and other places. So the most significant abuse a child can experience is actually emotional neglect. Research has shown that emotional neglect is the worst thing that can happen to a child. That is why I mentioned it is very important for a child to be seen, to be valued, and not to be compared to any of their siblings or to anyone else. Because emotional neglect involves when your child wants to connect with you, you are not there to connect with your child. Your child comes, Mommy, I want to tell you something. Oh, go, I'm tired, come back later. Oh, this child, you have come again. Fathers, can you even connect with your child? Can your children see you and not run away? Emotional connection with your child is the foundation of them having a healthy self-esteem, foundation for them to be able to resist peer pressure, foundation for them to go on to have a healthy career and to also have a healthy home. Something else that is very significant that parents take for granted is letting your children experience domestic violence. A lot of fathers feel it is okay for their children to see them shout at their moms.
What is domestic violence?
Yes. So that is, I'm saying, for example, verbal, physical, emotional, and psychological abuse of a spouse.
Make it simple.
Simple, yes,
Some of
Father.
these are
I'll
big
break
English.
it down. Yes. So, like I was using my example, if father is shouting at the mother of the home, his wife, in front of his children, and he feels it's okay, that the children are just hearing it, it doesn't impact them. It's like you putting your children in a place where they are shooting at them. That is what is happening in their brain. And you leave a lasting impact of trauma on them. The same thing for a mother. I will give you an example. I was walking down for mass some weeks ago, and I saw this young boy, maybe about 12, with two girls, maybe 10 and 8, having an argument, and the boy was going to slap the girl. And I was like, please, do not hit a girl. And he was like, it was the things they said to me. And guess what? So I now told him, please, do not hit a girl. I understand how you feel. Do you know what the girl said to the boy? See him, weak boy. Where do you think they learned it from? They have seen it at home. And I was shocked. I now had to talk to the girls. Please do not say that to a boy. I had to now stand on the road and educate both parties. On see, you can't say that to a guy. It makes him feel invalidated. You are telling him he's weak because now he's not slapping you, I intervene. So does it make him strong for him to hit you? They have seen this model to them at home. And they were there, I'm telling you, between the age of 8 and 12, modeling it right there on the road. So you think the children do not see, it does not impact them. I am only trying to tell their mother to stop behaving that way. We must learn to have healthy conversations in our home. If your wife has done something to upset you, tell her. And not in the presence of your children. Call her to the room and talk to her. And if a man tells me it's because she has made you angry, I will still remind you, you found a way to be calm, to toast her. Use that way you toasted her to correct her. It will work. And the same thing for women. There was a way you were answering this man when he was toasting you. And you said, okay, it's fine. Talk to him that way also in the home. So the children can see healthy communication relationship happening in the home. So the impact of emotional neglect and domestic violence is the most impactful that research has shown on children.
Doctor, thank you very much for your... what I want to ask you, say it's good for men to sleep for 7 hours.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I want to ask, like myself, I have a problem. If I woke up by 2 o'clock, I will not sleep again for the whole day. So what can you help me to do? What can I do, please?
What time do you go to sleep?
Maybe around 10 o'clock.
Do you go to sleep with your phone beside you?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes
Do you have a television in your bedroom?
No, doctor.
Okay, great. Keep your phone in the sitting room. If you cannot sleep, pray your rosary. Don't look at the phone. You know why? The light from the phone actually stimulates your brain and wakes you up. So for that 5-10 minutes you think you are looking at your phone, you are increasing the chance of you not falling asleep. So leave your phone out of your bedroom, except maybe you're a doctor on call or a nurse or in a very critical role where your phone needs to be with you, and go to sleep. Say a prayer. I talked about meditating. Meditating is very important. Use that time when you wake up to meditate. Your system would relax and you'll be able to go back to sleep.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for your enlightenment. I want to ask, if somebody is living with you, you see him behaving somehow, you ask, what is this? What is happening? He does not want to talk. He does not want to say anything. He does not want to talk to you on anything that is happening to the person. What do you do?
Sir, please.
Doctor, wait, you answer. Even the way you ask the question, what is wrong with you? What is happening to you? Why is your face like that? Doctor, go ahead.
Thank you, Father. Father, actually, first thing I wanted to say, you said the person is behaving somehow. That means automatically you have moved into a place of judgment. You see, we do not connect with people who judge us. Everybody here. If I came here and said, Catholic Church of Divine Mercy, they behave somehow, will you ever want me to come back here? Is it that doctor that said we behave somehow? Father, don't tell her to come back here. We don't want to see her. Because I have judged you. So if you want to connect with such a person, you have to come down and see their behavior. I observed that yesterday. You didn't seem very happy. Would you like to share with me what is going on? I would want you to be happy. It is different from saying, I observe something is wrong.
Doctor, can you say that again slowly? Okay. Please.
All right, Father.
When you see somebody who is in your house, brother, I hope you're listening, Miss Uche. So you are living with somebody in the house, or you're working with somebody, and the person is what we used to think, the person is looking somehow, Okay? How do you approach the person? Can you take it slowly? We want to listen. We want to get it.
Okay, Father. So the first thing is try and approach the person with a smile. Don't come from a place where you're already angry and judging them. If you know you're in that place where you're angry and judging them, don't talk to them. You are not yet ready to help the person. And Bishop Robert Barron usually says something. He said, you go to someone to correct them to the degree you are ready to help the person become better. So you must not judge. You must be able to mention, I observed yesterday you were looking sad. I observed yesterday you were not talking to anyone or interacting with anyone in the home. Would you like to share with me what is happening? Because we want you to be happy. I desire your happiness. Such a person knows that you care. Because the first thing I tell people, even for me as a mental health expert, is I have to show that I care for people. If I do not care, nobody will come and talk to me about their problem. So you must come from a place of compassion. Do you have compassion for this person, or do you have judgment for them? See this boy, see how he's behaving himself. Is he the only one? Must he behave like that? Don't bother talking to the person, because you would not help them. You would only play the role of God at that time, and none of us is God. Matthew 7:1 reminds us, do not judge. So give that lacuna of showing what? Compassion. You start from a place of compassion. That way you can connect with the person and you'll be able to help them become happy and better.
Thank you. The last question. The very last.
Okay. Good morning, doctor. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for your session. So at some point in time, you mentioned that parents play a very important role in shaping the futures of their children. Creating a safe space for them will allow them. But even while parents do the things they are meant to do, certain children still do what they are not supposed to do.
Please, can you be specific? Like you have a case study where you lived with the family, you saw that the parents did what they were supposed to do, and still something happened with the child.
Something happened, yes.
Okay.
They end up involving themselves in different sorts of vices.
Okay, you were in the home, like you lived with them.
No.
Okay, so if you do not live in a home, you do not know what is happening.
Okay.
I can tell you that as a fact of a medical practice. I've sat with families for family intervention therapy, and I can tell you, you do not know what's happening in anybody's home until you live with them.
Okay, yeah. So, but at a certain age, do you think the choices that they make are as a result of, because I don't think the choices we make as adults, it is the choices you make that affect your future decisions, and should it be placed on parents that they didn't do what they were supposed to do at when they were supposed to do it? Do you think that the parents should take a major blame in that?
Okay, it is not about blame. It is about knowing what happens. Like I said, research has shown, not me. What I have shared with you today, you can put them on Google and check if they are verified research facts. I do not come here to share my thoughts. I must give you what science says, what research says, because that is the fact. And that is what research has shown, that the foundation you lay at home determines the future decision. You remember the 10 things I mentioned? Research has shown that the children you will see in substance use, in alcohol, in betting, gambling, pornography, inability to maintain jobs, inability to make solid career decisions, are children that experience up to 4 of this in their childhood. Research, not me. So what I tell people is that we cannot argue with facts.
Wow.
Let us accept facts and work on ourselves. For parents, know that, what am I talking about today? Self-awareness. For parents to know that we are not perfect as parents. And the most important thing is, a parent can make a mistake, valid, but can that parent apologize for the mistakes they've made to their children? Where a lot of parents are failing is not in the fact that they make mistakes, it's in the fact that they do not apologize.
Okay, we just take this one question. You know, some people follow us online, so especially those who are not in Nigeria. So one of them, I was told now, asked the question and said, in the light of the society and the children and the way things are going, at what age is it recommended to hand over a phone, a smartphone, to a child without doing some harm to that child?
In my professional experience, I would say at the age of 18. Yes, yes. I will say it and I will stand on it and I will defend it.
Can
What
we
does
listen?
the child...
Can we pay attention, please? That's one of the reasons why we are here. Somebody is talking to us as a professional. So if after this you have a question on it, we'll take it. All right, go ahead. Yeah.
You do not have to agree with me. You are free not to agree. But I will tell you what I have seen. The maturation of the male brain is complete at about the age of 25 to 27. Maturation of the female brain is complete about the age of 24. If I want to destroy any young person, even at the age of 18, I can get them addicted to something. You now want to give your 12-year-old child, whose brain is at 12 years below maturation, a phone, and you expect that child to be able to grow up without having addictions later in life. When the phone does not satisfy their craving, they move to substance, they move to alcohol, they move to pornography on these phones. Do you know how many of your children are already watching pornography on those phones? I am standing here as an experienced mental health specialist. You do not want to know in schools what they are finding your children watching on their phones. So take it from me. Wait till they are 18. You are a parent. Yes, you are your child's friend, but you are also their parent. Remember that. They might not like everything you do, but sit down with them and explain why you are making this decision. Thank you.
So on this, because I know what is going on the mind of some will be saying, I need to keep in touch with my child. Some others are saying, oh, he needs or she needs the phone for JAM, for WAEC, and for all that. How do we deal with this whole thing?
The thing is, the child needs the phone for WAEC and JAM. It does not become their phone. That means that phone is solely for the tutorials and learning for the exam. Give it to them at the time they need to use it to learn and retrieve it when they are done. If you want to communicate with your child at home, buy them an ordinary phone. Do not buy a smartphone and expect your children not to have challenges with it later. We have people going to work now that cannot leave their phone and concentrate on their office work because they are addicted to it. And one addiction feeds another addiction.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you. After this, if you don't mind, can we put our hands together for her? Thank you for making the journey all the way from Ijede or from Lagos mainland to come and talk to us this morning. So after this, Doctor, you can be at that canopy on the far right in case some of them need your help. They need to talk to you. They need your contact because they need to connect with somebody who you will be able to help. Okay? Thank you very much and God bless you. Can we put our hands again together for her?